we don't really talk about what goes on in the office.
Some family businesses, they won't pay you.
Do you feel like life was set up for you? I like to talk about the real, like things that people don't want to talk about.
Okay.
Are men you in the workplace? Are you having office relationships?
It's
Who
not.
are your work husbands? You know, for this promotion, bring your okay.
What's that?
Hey. Welcome to Out of Office. Out of Office. Okay, I feel like we don't really talk about what goes on in the office, actually.
Okay.
Office politics, the tears, screams,
Drama.
office relationships. So
Charlie.
today we are about to release all the tea.
My Lord and
All
my
the
God.
conversations that go on inside the WhatsApp group.
All right.
Welcome to Out of Office. Okay, my name is Amma. You?
My name is Edward Asare.
I'm Ewurabena Neequaye. Yeah.
Before we get into the real tea, really, let's talk about what we all do. So you start.
Okay, Ewurabena Neequaye, I would call myself a business professional. I dabble in a little bit of everything. Entrepreneurship, business leadership, HR marketing communication.
Now HR is in the room.
Yeah. So I work with Learning HR.
Okay.
Yes, I'm one of the HR consultants with Learning HR under HR Focus.
Yeah.
So we do a lot of marketing communications when it comes to HR. We liaise with HR leaders and people in the world of work. It's a lot because we have a very wide portfolio of things we do. So even though we sit in Learning HR, we do a lot of non-HR things, but then essentially we've had the understanding of HR things to work.
The way
So
you
in-
said
so
a lot of
recruitment
HR,
and all of those
things.
my fear is now there are some things we can't even talk about because HR is here.
Technically,
It's supposed to be out of office.
It's out of office.
Okay.
It's out of office.
Cool.
So we
I'm
can
not.
feel free.
I'm not an HR practitioner.
Okay.
Like, I'm not an HR practitioner. So
You're
we're
gonna feel
But
free.
HR is actually our friend, so we are not really scared, you know.
That's
Is
another
HR your
side.
friend?
Yeah.
HR is your
Well,
friend. HR
yes.
is your friend. Are you a staff, an employee, or you are the business owners? It depends on where you're sitting.
So from my point of view, so I work in oil and gas,
Okay.
and I don't mean selling LPG gas and oil and gas, typical male-dominated industry.
Charlie.
I do out of office. I do a little bit of public speaking, and now I guess I'm a podcast host.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit about me. What about you?
Me, I'm doing my best too.
That's what
Yes,
you're doing.
but basically, I do postings online, what people call
Okay.
social media. Now we have a fancy name, digital marketing, and I think recently I just put my hand on my head. I said, from today go, you are a marketing communications professional. So
You baptize yourself in the
yeah,
name of.
so that's what I do basically.
Okay.
Yeah, and people give me something small. Yeah.
Where something small is.
20 CD and co.
For the things that you do, really, how much do you earn?
Hey!
Yeah.
Hey! I'll tell you out of this place.
Give us a ring.
Oh, master, I can't tell you that one. I can't tell you. It's
Eventually,
confidential.
It's out of office.
So you have
We'll
put
talk
it in
about
a
it.
letter
We'll
now.
pour the tea.
Okay.
Eventually.
But how did you get into HR? Has it always been your dream?
So it's actually a family business.
Oh.
It's actually a family business. I got into the work that I'm doing because of the family I'm in.
Yeah.
But
So you're a Nepo baby.
that's another thing. So that's something that I've dealt with my whole life.
Okay.
No, not really. I'm a writer and we
Okay.
have a magazine. So, when I came of age, we finished SSS, you finished university, you're looking for somewhere to do a national service, and we have a family business. So it was just easier for me to go and work there because I'm good with writing.
So whilst we were doing things for posting and things, you did.
By the grace. You see, some people, it's just favor. You just are located at a particular place and you are lying.
So did you always know this was what you were gonna do?
No, when I was even fighting it. I didn't want to work there because I remember, I went, okay, I'm not even saying school before it becomes a side topic, right?
Right.
By the time we finish school, you hear that, this person is getting this internship here, this person is going here, and they were big company. So at that time, I wasn't interested in working in a family business at all. I felt like, let me go and work at that time it was Vodafone. I felt, let me go and work at Vodafone or MTN and, get experience, but it is what it is. And I honestly think I wouldn't have thrived anywhere else because you know how, okay, I don't know if you have that experience, but when it's something that is yours, there's some vim that you apply to it that you wouldn't apply anywhere else. And in that company, I've learned as an employee, I've grown to be manager. So it has really taught
Some
me.
family businesses, they won't pay you. It's like you come and eat in the house. So.
Do you feel like life was set up for you? Because it was a family business. I feel like you didn't, compared to the, some of us that had to, do applications, seek for jobs, do interview. I feel like yours has been a straight path for you.
It was a privilege, yes.
Yeah.
I think there were options for me before I even thought about it.
Okay. Right.
And it's just a part of life that I really appreciate because of the kind of work I do now, I know what it takes to have to find the right job. And that's actually something Lene is very interested in, getting people to find the right fit.
Okay.
Even before I started working, that was what I used to hear about in the house, etc. I remember before I even started working, it was like, and it wasn't even a side hustle because they didn't really pay us for that. But we did some campaign where I was dressed as a lawyer and I was directing traffic. So basically,
how is that?
So you know how some people they are wired a particular way, but because they want money, they will go in a particular way. The job, you are wired to be a lawyer, but you end up you're doing the wrong thing. You're the wrong fit for that job. Do you get it? So it was a campaign that we did. So it's something that we like to do to make sure that people are in the right fit. What about you,
Amma? Let's hear your.
How did you start? Was it something that was the right fit for you?
Okay, so to be honest, oil and gas was never on my vision board. In fact, 10-year-old me was thinking about being a doctor, the typical pilot, lawyer, the traditional career paths. Yeah. And I'll say one thing led to another, led to me doing ed science in school, led to seeking a job. So I saw a job posting in a newspaper, which is where...
Before that, the ed science thing, how... You read science in school?
Yes.
I'm sure you wanted to be a doctor. And they ended up in ed science class.
I wanted to be a doctor, but after, the grades didn't really perform well. And then the next thing is, okay, what else can you be?
Okay.
And
did you regret doing the ed science? At that time.
Now I don't regret, but then it was like, what am I doing here? I didn't see really the point. I didn't see a career path for me. Yeah. But like I'm saying, one thing led to another, led to...
you reading ed science?
Reading ed science, doing my national service at GMPC, and then currently where I am at the moment. And I would say 11 years so far. Yeah. I think it's been the best decade for me, right? I love corporate. I love to dress up, wear my heels, look good, makeup. I love the politics. I hate the traffic, but... all in all, it's where I am. I'm happy about it.
I've known you in the media space. This lady is a beauty queen.
Former beauty queen.
Once a beauty queen, always a beauty queen. She won. Miss Malaika.
Miss Malaika in 2010.
She won.
Okay, girl. Yes. Love it.
And mostly you would want us to go into media or showbiz.
Journalism.
And then she just went off the radar and then straight into oil and gas.
I have that a lot when people ask me why oil and gas, why am I not in the media? But truth is, this right here is a full circle moment for me. I've always loved to be in front of the camera. And on the side I do, if you've seen corporate girly post on Instagram, that's me. I like to talk about the real shit, like things that people don't want to talk about.
Okay.
Are men sleeping with you in the workplace? Are you having office relationships? Who are your work husbands? What are they doing for you? Are they doing for you what your actual husband is doing for you?
You're really shaking the tables.
Let's talk about it.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
Interesting.
You?
Some people have career choices. They want to be a lawyer. They grow up and they become lawyers. Yeah. Like you guys were doing on your career day. You were a lawyer. You see some people have done lawyer dressing. They grow up and they actually become lawyers. And they do that before post and after post. Yeah. Look, I wanted to be a truck driver. I'm not lying.
What the hell?
I grew up in the village and somewhere there were two Mrs. And the Chulole drivers.
I'm
not lying. I have pictures. We can even show you the pictures. Look, so at that time, when the Chulole drivers come, they, like Wednesdays is a market day at Sigiswa. And then Fridays, market day at Sigiswa. I'm sure you guys have read the story books. Yes, I was there. That's the only time I felt like...
How old are you?
Right now?
Let's talk about it.
Like right now.
Like when?
Like really?
This one, this right now. They're not the question.
I'm over 30 years old.
Amazing.
Yes.
Close to 40.
Oh, no.
More than 40.
Closer to 30.
35.
No.
Why don't you want to say your age?
Early 30.
Anything, it's ladies that
ladies that
like...
Okay, I'm 32. I'm 32. I'll be 33 in July.
Oh God, I'm older than you.
Hey! So at that time, I really admire the drivers because when they come into the community, the way the girls are judging them, everybody is happy about them. Yes, now
I don't understand the truck drivers. I mean,
yes.
no shade to truck drivers, but
I'm not lying.
In that context, being a truck driver had some prestige to it
because when they come into the community, like when the truck leaves, there is no car that comes to the community at that time.
Okay.
So they were really respected.
So,
but
you
the
feel
doctor,
like you get more girls if you were truck driver.
Not that. I mean the prestige attached to it. So environment actually.
You are driving car in the village.
Are you in a relationship?
Oh, let me finish this one.
I love it.
Let me finish. So what happened was my daddy wants me to be a doctor either.
Okay.
But the only doctor we had in the community had this tote bag with one needle that he uses to apply medication to almost everybody in the community. And everybody was afraid of him. Most of the case, when they see him coming, they would run away. I didn't want to be that kind of guy. So my daddy was like, you know what? When you become a doctor, you also drive. I said, okay, so far as I'll be driving, then I'll do the doctor for you. So that was my story. In Ghana,
I love it.
Almost every home, the parents want their children to be doctors. I'm sure the same for you, just like I'm.
Yeah.
So that's how my mine started. So I tried teaching. I applied to military. Whilst I was waiting for that, I applied to Ghana Police Service.
And you are 32.
It
doesn't make
He was trying to find all ways.
Trying everything. So
I
mean, one time I was going home, I saw pastors needed. Poster.
And you applied.
I took a picture. I went to tell my pastor that I want to try. Because the job wasn't coming. I didn't have any family business to go into.
He wasn't a poor baby.
Exactly. Yeah. So I went to. My daddy brought me to Accra.
Yeah.
Went to the youngsters, proceeded to Accra Academy, and then went to the university. And look at we now.
How did you get into media? Because you're one of the people that has that corporate blog. You tell a lot of stories about people doing amazing things.
So the story's plenty.
How do you get into media? I know you're into banking as well.
I did banking at a point too.
Okay.
I did everything you saw. So
then you're rich.
Amen. So how I got into media, it all started with storytelling. And whilst I was in the village then, my father would come to Accra, I would bring daily graphic. So whilst I was in the village, I was reading daily graphics. So I was developing my writing skills, reading skills. And that thing was imbibed in me. My uncle was working at GBC. He would read the news and give me shout out in the village. So Charlie Village never be a kick off. So I wanted to become a journalist actually.
Okay.
I actually auditioned. After my auditions, they prayed for me.
And the story is
they did.
He says storytelling there. He has it because I'm confused. Why did you audition and they prayed for you?
And then they came to tell me that we are sorry, but the prayer was very heavy.
Are you lying?
We auditioned way, and then they prayed for you way.
Oh, one of the media houses, one of the top media houses.
And they prayed for you after
my auditions, and then one of the women was like, "Oh, you did so well," and then I prayed that God will help you, and all those nice prayers.
Amen.
And then a prayer of pity. Like, did you get the job?
No, they actually rejected me after the auditions.
Now, all that effort. Then they prayed for you as you are going. Let's.
Oh yeah, but I'm sure that prayer worked some way somehow.
Yeah.
Now, please. When it comes to, you mentioned something when it comes to the course of study.
Yeah.
A lot of people, the course you read in school actually affects what you do afterwards. So you read law, you're likely to become a lawyer.
Right.
You read medicine, you actually could become a medical doctor.
Yeah.
Some people actually studied art and they are doing marketing now.
Yeah.
Now, how does the choice of course you study in school affect your career path? I don't know whether it has has any impact on?
I see what you mean, but at the end of the day, not everyone is lucky to find a career in whatever they studied.
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, the system has set up to fail a lot of people. How many jobs are available when you come out of school? It doesn't even make sense. The numbers don't add up. Yeah. So, I don't know. What do you think?
Does the courses matter?
I think because of how information is widespread now, yes, what you study in school is important, but it can't be the only thing.
Yeah.
Because you find that on a day-to-day basis, we're always learning. And sometimes you'd realize that you're more interested in something else than you're interested in even what you studied in school.
Most of the time.
So I know of a medical doctor. He's Nigerian. He finished his med school, got his certificate. He came to do some vacation in Ghana. And his plan was when he goes back, he's going to go into a media business. He's starting a media business with his friends. This is somebody who's an actual, I was a dentist or something. Like either, I don't know if it was a surgeon or dentist, I can't remember. But he had gone the furthest you could go in medicine. But he was not going to practice with it.
That's wasted years.
It could be, but what he told me was throughout those years, he used to also study multimedia.
Okay.
So it's like, you know how you have a day job and a night job. His was studying. He was studying in the daytime and studying media, photography, videography, editing in the nighttime. So what you learn, it opens up your mind. So for example, the story you just shared about what you were aspiring for when you were younger was limited to what you knew in that area.
My environment.
Yes, and when you moved out of that environment, your ambition grew beyond it. So what you study in school, sometimes you can do odontology and you would end up going to do something completely different.
The reason why I ask this question is when we're in high school, people see visual arts students as
the lazy students.
Like they don't.
Those who are born.
Like
I don't want
perception,
to say like that.
or even home economics.
It's not true.
And it will shock you that in fact, at that time, even me, if you had asked me, because of the perception we had about it, to go and do visual art, you'd be like, hey, Charlie.
But look at how content creation has evolved.
They are eating now.
So what are you talking about?
Even beyond content creation, like art, I didn't know that art could bring so much. It brings so much money, like in the right circles. You can be an artist and be making millions.
Yeah.
Whereas some of us will be sitting.
But the other side is, the truth is, there are some courses to that if you do it, Charlie, the opportunities are very limited.
Example.
Limited or limited.
I don't want to mention it.
So that those who now would know what they are doing.
Limited. For instance, there are people who went to the university and they had to go and learn something else. Go to YouTube University and go and learn some.
Or probably go to school again.
Yes.
Yeah. Like what?
Because the course is very... They are there. You have to be very careful. I'm very careful to mention it because somebody too could also read that and do something that is very meaningful.
Understood. So
you understand?
There are exceptions to what we are saying.
There are exceptions.
Disclaimer.
It's not that there are people now who have read some courses and they would have to go back and read other things or go and engage in apprenticeship. To get additional skills to what they already have. And I'm not saying this to rubbish any course because I believe that whatever you've read in school, university is supposed to increase your thinking, your critical thinking abilities to solve real world problems. But then in choosing your courses, I think that parents and mentors should, guide their words very well in choosing the right career path. And that sends us to the next I would want us to discuss. What? Parents choosing courses or career for their children.
We've all been there. You see, there's two sides of it. Because of the way our educational system is set up, it feels like by the time you are done with SS, you're supposed to know what you want. But really, are we being taught entrepreneurship? Are we being taught financial literacy and all of those things that by the time I'm ready to go to the university, I know what I should focus on? Then your parents feel like they know what is best. As you may see, if you don't listen to what I am telling you to go and stay, I'm the one paying your school fees. Are you the one who's going to do, So it's two sides to it. I feel like it's difficult.
Right now, soccer. If my
It is
my
today that people are seeing soccer as bullshit.
Parents now are more aware of
what actually brings money.
other career options besides the typical educational system. Yeah, so
almost
maybe
every
that
musician
helps.
will tell you that their parents advised them not to follow that career path.
Yeah, because it's hard to make it in that industry.
So even you cry, you.
Oh, no, but
my
it's
husband is a
true.
musician. I'm very well out. Like it's the truth. And I think what you said about the parents choosing courses is because of this mindset. You know, you don't know what is good for you. I've been in the world and I've seen how hard it is.
Yeah.
So in spite of your passion, I'm leading you in this direction to give you more options, to make you to give you more ability to make more.
So you are saying that
comfortable.
if your parents advise you to go in a certain direction, they are not doing it out of malice or just to see you fail.
But then it's also lack of exposure. Our parents
how?
know only what they know.
Exactly.
They went to the Saito schools. So for them, you come out, live hand to mouth.
What about
they haven't
parents that
seen
want
anything else?
They want to live their dreams through you. They want to be a
that's,
lawyer.
That's the problem. That's when it becomes a problem.
Yeah.
But if as a parent, so for me, for example, I didn't want to do the national service as like the writing.
Oh.
But I had writing as a strength. So at that time, them knowing that Charlie, the job market is hard.
Yeah.
Do start with what you love so that through that you can discover yourself. I was thinking, let me go and work in another company and then do all sorts of things and discover myself. But in hindsight, I think that was the best thing for me.
Right.
I'm not even speaking from the side of privilege or family business, but I used my writing, and while I was using my writing, I discovered a lot of other things about myself.
Okay.
And as an individual growing up, they noticed that I'm the kind of person that I can do anything I put my mind to, which is a problem already. Which means I could go this way, I could go that way. So if the parent is not living their dream through me, through you, through the child, and they are guiding you in the path that would be most beneficial for you, I think it's the best bit.
That thing, it's nuanced. There are parents who have advised their kids. Their kids took the advice. It worked for them.
Yes.
Others too, they didn't take the advice. They did something else. And then it worked out.
Yeah.
Some are bitter towards their parents. Like, hey, you said I shouldn't do this, and I'm doing it. Yeah, now say that's my son, that's my daughter. I think that people who find themselves in that position shouldn't use it against their parents. It's out of love, and probably because of what they've seen in life, what they've noticed.
Right now, we also have a culture in life where society allows us to be very vocal about our thoughts and feelings, our fears. So a lot of people have the confidence to lash out about.
It's a Gen Z thing, I feel.
To lash out about what their parents did, you traumatized my past, there are so many things that you can say now. Some things that you would have in your head that you wouldn't have words for. Right now, there are so many terms that exist for everything.
They are woke.
Yes, we are in a very woke generation. So parenting is not easy. My mom always says that life, even when it comes to the world of work, everything basically is learning on the job, because you go to school, you learn this, but when you come onto the field, it's like you have to learn
something else.
Interesting.
So,
now let me ask this thing. When I finished university and I came back from national service, I went to St. Francis Girls to go and do my national service.
Oh gosh.
Women empowerment.
You sound excited.
It's a very good.
Because of the women empowerment that you're excited.
Yeah, I like it when women are empowered and
Wow.
educated. I went to a boys' school, so it's a very learning ground for me to engage. Now look at me sitting on a podcast with all women. So the thing is, when I came back, one of the things that affected me, or more or less like was in my way when it comes to job applications. So, in fact, I even sent some of my applications to Lenny. One of my friends' girlfriend was working here. So Lenny, we did a long time. My class wasn't good.
We'll get it.
My graduation class wasn't good. And most of your the job applications at that time, when they are fresh from school, they will say,
experience.
At least second class upper and above.
I
didn't get first class.
Okay.
I didn't get upper.
Okay, upper.
Let me go lower.
But lower there. I mean, the same, lower. We are fine.
But for some reason, most of these companies you'd want to work for had put a cap on which caliber of people they want. And having a second class upper and above is one of the requirements
True.
And now, this would actually go to you and Amber. Why is it that HR companies are doing that? And does it actually mean that if you get lower than that, you are not smart or you cannot do the work?
This one I'll leave it for HR.
Maybe you'd want to take a bite.
So I don't know what to say.
Why is it so? Because I believe that there are people who are very talented, skillful, who have human skills, who can actually do the job. But because of this quota,
you know, this, if we go into it, this can be a 4-part series. So let me attempt. There are multiple ways to look at it.
Okay.
Because there are still people that get first class, but when they come in, they do next to nothing. They are disappointments, like they're wrong hire. When you are sitting on an interview panel or you're making a decision about hiring or firing somebody, or let's focus on the hiring, we are looking at what are the chances that the person will thrive at this role? How much can the person add to what we are doing here?
The value the person brings.
Right.
And in our time when we were sending out applications, the best metric for value was the grades. And it's since that time the world of work has changed drastically. I think we're having a conversation recently asking about would you hire somebody who has a skill or experience compared to whether they have a degree.
More degrees.
So some people can have first degree, masters, second masters, dual masters.
Yeah, I've done it too.
Exactly. but if you don't have the experience, some people would sit down and look at what is at stake in the organization and say, look, I would rather take somebody who has the skill and experience than all these lotty degrees, because at the exam, for some of them, they cheat before they get. So it's not even.
But the reality on the ground is companies use the class that you used to graduate when it comes to recruitment.
Not all companies, though.
The idea is you are smarter if you got higher.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the perception.
That's the perception. But even the
smartness, you are more disciplined.
Exactly.
But
we don't. Some people we're not even looking for book smart anymore.
Yeah.
We are looking for more street smart.
Yeah.
Having emotional intelligence to work with other people.
It's not just the hard skills, but like soft skills.
Exactly.
I think I share in that sentiment from being hired. I didn't have any work experience, straight from national service to oil. And you know, when you think about oil and gas, you are expecting that the person should have something technical, to bring to the table, but straight from school. And I think what my company did was give me an opportunity to prove myself, to be trained, allow myself to be trained and all of that. So there are some companies that maybe they are a new startup now growing, so they are more open to taking new hires versus an already established company that is looking for more experience. So it's neither here nor there, but yeah. How long have you been working?
Me, I've been working since 2016. In my final year at the University of Ghana.
Edward, you are not 32.
I've experienced so many things, Yes, I was lying on bed when I had a call. I went to do my internship, and then they noticed that when they send me to go and buy the beans and come back, the next thing I'm doing is I'm on social media.
So they were sending you.
Oh, that one there you do. That's what that one there you do. You over Kasasa about you go. If you buy the beans, you do the photocopy. Who should do it? Do you want your boys to? We talk about those is like you go and work at a company. You are an entry level person. Media. I don't want you to send me. So who should they send?
Who should do it?
So I was doing that one.
So in your opinion, what do you think? Really, what role how does one get promoted in a company? Because from what I'm hearing, you enter entry level. They have to be sending you, let you do the common floor work. Then at some point, you start to grow. What has your career growth path been like? And then how would you advise us to be promoted?
Promotion. So I entered, just like I mentioned, buying food and all of that. And then my skill was noticed. They realized that I'm very good. I like social media. I'm very enthusiastic about it. And at that time, most companies were trying to have teams that are very good with social media. At a point in time, you know that companies in their organogram, there is nothing like digital there. Social media. We are not part.
Sometimes they don't even have marketing. Some people just have sales and they include the marketing.
Right.
So to our light shown,
Yeah.
especially during COVID, we became very important. And that's where the growth
Digital
and everything
evolution
started. Yeah. So one, I think that who you know in a company, relationship building can affect your promotion.
Yeah.
Somebody has to put in a word for you. Somebody at the table, your boss has to like you.
Yeah.
Yes.
You understand?
That's the hard truth. People think it's just work hard. No, you work hard, you play hard, show your work, be visible. I feel like that's part of, especially for women.
Yes.
What can you say about that?
I agree. And for me, family business, right? So, the way you guys just said, Nepo baby, I entered national service and everybody, at that time, I had the same name as the
boss.
Yes.
Hey.
So everybody was scared of
when everybody hears my name, then they'll go and ask, So I had separate pressure to make sure that I prove myself. So that I don't feel like I'm just there because of my surname.
It was rather, you don't even have to prove yourself because you are the boss's...
No, she has to prove herself.
Really?
No, maybe, I don't know how it is.
I'm sure they even give you more work because you don't want to feel like...
I feel like it's the opposite. Like, no one even wants to come near you. They're afraid of you.
No. So there could be that. So I had that. So you know how your office, you guys can vibe and you sit in the wherever you guys eat or you go for lunch together. I never got that. Because I was who I was. So when people relate with me, it's like they're on eggshells. That kind of thing. So when you guys talk about office gist, I always used to hear it from my husband's office or at that time it was my boyfriend. So my boyfriend's office or my friends would
You didn't have marry him.
I did. I ended up marrying him at the time.
Give him a shout out.
Shout out to the husband. So I never had that because of who I was. So a lot of all I had to do was, prove myself with work. Because in the family too, I'm like the last born. So I don't want them to feel like I'm letting the side down, I'm disappointing anybody. So
the lazy last baby.
I already have a mind where I like to overdo sometimes. So with regards to work, I always push myself. I remember I had a supervisor, like this was not long after national service, I think a year or two after national service. And the person who had been supervising me and training me, she had the opportunity to move somewhere else. So they wanted to hire some. I said, I can't do the work. Why do you want to hire somebody? And they were so skeptical. I said,
You knew you were blocking somebody's hiring opportunity.
but your allies also matter.
Okay.
Allies matter. So I put together like a pitch. I went to make a presentation and I let them see that
you had to prove yourself.
I had to prove myself. And I told them that hold me accountable. If I don't do the work well, you can move me from there.
I want to push to Amma. Amma, you are in oil and gas, right?
Yeah.
What influences promotion?
You are a woman too.
Yes.
In a male-dominated field. Is it like, you are the girl, so we keep going?
Yes. Are you a diversity hire?
When it comes to men, men are promoted based on potential. Women are promoted based on proof. If you don't prove yourself, you don't get promoted. There's already a notion that one, she's a woman, she's the weaker link, she's gonna go on maternity leave, she has period breaks, she has mental health breaks, she has all these breaks that companies usually do not want to accommodate. So if you want to get promoted, I think you said something valuable, relationships. Who you know and who knows you
and likes you
and who likes you and who sees your work. You're not just working for anyone at all, but the right person has to see your work and mention your name in rooms where decisions are being made. So that's part of part of it.
Women.
Yeah, we are here.
Talk to us.
I've heard stories about hang come promotion. Any experiences?
It's true. In a sense that the system is set up to fail a woman in any case. Assuming someone approaches you and says, for this promotion, bring your coochie. Okay.
What's that?
Say yes, you don't know what's good
use. Okay, let's go.
If you say yes, that is the trajectory for life.
You have to keep doing
it. And you'll be known as the girl who slept with the boss to get promoted. Now, if at any point you decide to stop and work hard for your promotion, the misconception is already there. You can't change the narrative. Now, if you say no, you are at risk of losing the job,
the current position
you're in,
or stagnant.
You are probably going to be stagnant, blacklisted.
Yeah.
So really,
so how do you guys do it? How do we solve that?
We have to get a friend. So there was this TED talk that I watched. It was called like I think. I don't know the term. I think it was the word sponsor. And I think in our case locally, the word sponsor has even been...
They spotted the meaning, yeah.
You have to have somebody that went ahead
Speaks
of
for
you in that organization who can vouch for you.
Yeah.
So, because if you're about... like you said, in the decision-making room, there will be different people that will be vouching for different people. And if nobody is there to vouch for you, all the others would be well represented.
But then what happens if a lady finds herself in this position? What should she do?
It's a very difficult thing, and I wish I had something to say when it comes to that. But I think that sometimes walking away is the best option.
Exactly. The thing is, it's not. We should stop painting it as a gray area.
Yeah,
it's black or white.
Yeah.
You are either doing it or you are not doing it. Now, I cannot tell you what to do with whatever you have in between your legs. But at the end of the day, what are your values?
Yeah.
If you find yourself in a position like this, what can you document?
Yeah.
Start making notes or evidence. There should be something back, because now you can't go and report to HR and say this person has done this when you don't have any evidence at all. But lucky enough, now there are organizations that are against sexual harassment, especially against women. We become more diverse. Let me say, what word am I looking for? We have become more open to diversity issues and sexual harassment against women. So the truth is there. Let's not sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
Right.
But how do we solve the problem? How do we move forward?
I feel like we can be calling out the people that do it. Like, if you're higher up, you're an influential manager, and there's somebody that they are accountable to.
Right.
Yeah.
We should people need to figure out how the best way to
just
rope other people
choke the person.
And I think this is a call for men to let's do better. My fellow men out there, let's try and give credit where it's due.
Yeah.
Let's be professional at our work.
Yeah.
And even with all of this things that come out about men, I know a lot of women say that their best bosses are male.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
So we are not that bad, you know.
True.
Yeah, not all.
So
bad.
what makes you guys, think men make better bosses to women?
I don't think so.
But you just agreed that
not all men are bad. I agreed. Not all men are bad.
But you said
my husband is very good.
Hey, you'll be watching this thing.
I know.
Okay.
I feel honestly that argument, who makes the better boss, man or woman? I'm usually pro woman, not because I'm a woman, but sometimes I feel that Amma mentioned a lot of what women are up against. I feel like empathy is such an essential part of leadership.
Yeah.
And if I know some men that today, they think people pretend when they are talking about period pains.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you the truth.
Oh yeah.
And this is not a man
I
that
thought men rather understand.
No.
Not all of them. There are some good ones.
Men that still feel she's overdoing. Calm down. Like it's not that hard. It's not that deep.
This one are the single ones.
Well, this particular one I'm talking about is not. But yes. But these are some of the things. So as a boss, you instead of it to be able to empathize, just like the way some people can get a flu and their body will be making them slower than they want to. Women have a lot of things that are working against their psyche and their system. Hormones.
My lady, do you know that women who be like, you go and tell a female boss, oh boss, I don't feel too okay. It's my time of the month. And then she'll ask you, are you the only woman who has experienced that thing?
Yeah, because some people, you see these things.
The bodies are different.
Exactly.
And probably she has never experienced
some people
it before.
also actually use it as a ticket to be lazy.
That one is there.
Exactly. So the women that do that, I've met some women that gets very angry when they see other women like wasting career opportunities because maybe
of an excuse,
like their period or they're about to go on maternity leave, like why would you want to destroy what you are building professionally when in their mind you are adding to the narrative that women cannot be trusted in the corporate space? There are some women that have sacrificed that they won't give birth until after 50 or after 40 when their
focus is on their career.
So that's how come the freezing of the egg thing has come.
Exactly. That's another.
It's beyond that.
There's also different issues. We can talk about that out of office on another time. But all of those things, I think that women can be more empathetic as bosses. That's genuinely how I feel on a larger scale. Even though there are some outliers that will be harsh or wicked.
Right. I've had more male bosses, maybe just one female boss. Luckily for me, she was very good to me. And so I don't have the experience of, my female boss was so mean to me and she was disrespectful towards me. If anything, there are some men who have rather, been a little bit disrespectful. But in general, like you said, most men are allies. I've had the opportunity to have men want to push me because they see potential, they see willingness to grow. And really, at the end of the day, is how you avail yourself.
Right.
You get it? So, yeah.
You talk about visibility, being one of the things that can get you promoted at work.
Yeah.
We in a Ghanaian society, we like to be low-key.
Modest.
Yeah, we are the good ones. We are the very respectful ones. We don't want to be out there. Nobody should know about us and all of that. What is your take on that?
It's costing us, especially women, a lot if you don't sell yourself. Who's supposed to know what you're doing? How do people hear about...
Is that not arrogance?
No, it's not arrogant. There's a thin line. Like at the end of the day, you don't have to be bossy and rude about it, but you can speak about what you're doing confidently. Like without literally what bragging. We are doing here. Like everyone has been able to tell their career journey without being arrogant about it.
At what point do you do it such that you are not outshining your boss? Because trust me, that thing is real. You could be visible, telling your story, everybody knows about what you can do, you're smart. At the point you become a threat to your boss.
Then your boss is insecure.
You should also talk about it.
Yeah. Like if I'm your boss, why don't I want to see my employee rise?
These are realities,
I understand you perfectly.
If you are feeling insecure about it, then you are not even supposed to be a leader in the same in the first place.
Yeah.
The honest truth, like if you feel that whoever answers to you should be beneath you or should not go beyond you. You don't have the right mindset to be in a leadership position.
But even with that, as a follower or as somebody who has a boss, I think that you need to be very smart and strategic about how you position yourself such that your boss feels okay. I'm not saying you should...
At the end of the day, I don't want to kiss your ass, but I'm doing I'm doing.
Okay, now let's turn the coin.
Okay,
let's say that you are the boss now. You have someone who works beneath you.
I mentor people. Genuinely, I want to see you grow. Like, regardless, I don't care if you do better than me. So, and that's just me. But at the end of the day, why should I be angry about someone else rising?
So how do you handle that issue of... now you are telling your story, you're becoming more visible. How do you, as for the people who are insecure, there's nothing you can do about it. How do you navigate that thing so that you don't shrink as well?
Do you?
Come.
Sometimes even if you try, sometimes see, I've been thinking about it. Sometimes you make a step trying to be considerate of people, and you even make things even worse. Like in your mind, I've seen that my boss is insecure, so let me, devise a strategy so that they will feel any less. But by the time you realize, then they'll feel like you are trying to do something. Like you even muddy the situation.
But it's all part of the politics that we're talking about. Now, getting into politics. And some people would say that I don't want to be political in the office. I just want to come to work, come and
keep my head down,
and then
get my work done,
and all of that. So, all of this sends us into politics. There are people who don't want to be political in the office, and before you realize, all your colleagues are rising, and then you're wondering, why am I stuck? How does one play politics in the workplace such that they are not trampling on people? Or somehow you have to...
It's hard. The politics conversation is like, it exists whether you like it or not. But how do you play the game? Really? So, let me let HR answer.
HR, guys.
She will give us a tip soon.
I'll give you the tip. So I know of a situation where there was one spot and there were two people contending. This was even after like a merger of some sort. And the role would have been better suited. It was actually a guy and a girl, so let's just assume the role would have been better suited for the lady. But basically, the guy carried himself better.
How? He was dressing well, or
he used to dress better. He just gives more aura.
More boss
aura. So the leadership role, like when it comes to deliverables, it's a new terrain. So none of them had enough experience to handle that level of leadership. But they all had experience in their own rights from wherever they were coming from. And when the final decision came to it was an issue of he carries himself better.
Right.
So sometimes it's the work it's the visibility, but also there's some elements of settings. There's some rooms that the company will not promote you to walk into the room representing them because of how
you carry yourself, how you look,
how you talk. You know, sometimes even your diction can affect somebody from can prevent somebody from selecting. I'm telling you, the things that people consider for certain levels of roles, it's
looks?
beyond you.
Beauty and things.
It plays a huge role.
It plays a role.
Oh, so those who are naturally not.
You see, it's not really.
Some of us, we are very low maintenance.
No, but even low maintenance.
High low maintenance.
You still carry yourself with grace at the end of the day.
Somebody had to sit me down and have a conversation like that with me. Like, I never thought about it.
Like, do makeup.
Yes, like, you don't have to wear
overly
makeup,
done.
but look like you care. Like, you didn't just get up
there are
from
some
bed and
women.
come.
There are some women who doesn't want. They want to be. Oh, me a natural girl.
Yes, being a natural girl is fine, but you can be natural and messy.
Yeah, it could look tacky.
Yes, it could look very tacky. Like you didn't even look in the mirror before.
Like you don't care about yourself.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like put in effort. Let me see that at least you want to be here.
Yeah.
Even if you don't want to be here, you don't look like your pay grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amma, there are people who are so good, and sometimes the reward of being so good at your work is not being promoted. Because when they promote you, now who will be doing the operational?
You made yourself invincible. You like that's similar to the thing where you're the kind of boss that you don't want somebody else to move beyond you, because in your mind.
No, but how I think that is so unfair to the people who are very good at their job. So let's say Amma is very good at you are very good at presentation, you are very good at the report writing and all of that. There's an opportunity for promotion. And because you're so good, they would rather keep you at where you are and bring somebody.
Start training someone to do what you're doing.
Yeah.
Simple. Like, you don't need an official letter to start teaching someone what you're doing.
Yeah.
It
could be what do you call it? Shadowing, job shadowing. Simple.
Do you know that?
And then the moment you give that young person an opportunity, so something that, let's say, I would have gone to present, I say X person go and present. Now the whole company or the whole department can see that she is equally good at that, and then you free yourself for the promotion.
You know that there are people who don't want anybody to know their work. No, they want to feel like, I'm important. So when I'm not at work, they'll be calling me. When I'm on leave, they'll be calling. I feel like
that thing is crazy.
This week I went to a bank to go and do something. They said there's just one person at that bank that's able to do that.
So when the person doesn't come to work,
didn't come to work. I said, this is very serious. So if God forbid it's in 1,000 years, the person falls down and dies, who means that
all the skills.
Look, there are people who believe that they don't have to teach anybody their skill or their work.
It's very bad.
It makes them feel important. And because of that, they are likely to be at where they are for a very long time.
And you see, it's because the person is not also improving themselves. If you have a mind that I don't want to be here, the growth mindset, I don't want to be here for the rest of my life, you'll be looking forward. And if you're looking forward, you have to be thinking about who is going to take my place. You'll be looking forward so like you're talking about preparing yourself for the promotion. Who is going to sit in the seat you are sitting in when you go into your boss's seat? Because your boss too is looking for the next opportunity to elevate themselves. So as an individual, you must have that growth mindset and prepare yourself to exit where you are. Make sure there are other people that can do that.
What you're doing.
And just like the way you would also be learning what your boss is doing, so that when push comes to shove, you will be able to present that challenge. I can do something.
I really enjoy this conversation, actually. But even before we leave, or before we end this, I would want us to talk about this. You know, the issue of men-women relationship at the workplace. There are people who found your love at work. Yes.
You know what? Let's do this. Let's save this conversation for the next episode.
Okay.
It's bigger than the few minutes that we have left. So let's save it for the next episode.
It's very heavy.
I agree. I agree with you.
Let me leave a disclaimer. Everything I share on this podcast has got nothing to do with my organization.
All of us.
Just read my thoughts.
Please. We are professionals in our own right and having our own minds. We are sharing everything we share does not mean we've heard it from our office.
These are things that are relatable to everybody. You
Yeah.
can also join in the conversation by leaving comments in the comment section. You can send us messages as well on topics that you want us to talk about. So I think whilst we are trying to round up the whole thing, what has been your experience? I mean, this is our very first conversation with Lene, the best HR
Lene
firm in Ghana right now.
Charlie.
Yes.
It's been fun.
It's been
Okay.
good.
Yeah. Out of
I've
office. I
learned a
mean,
lot.
just a relaxing vibe to discuss things that we should be talking about, things that are happening in the WhatsApp groups behind the scenes.
Right.
So yeah, it's a vibe.
And it's a privilege to be sitting among this beautiful woman to talk about corporate life out of the office. No DSF, fine attached or whatsoever.
Kind regard.
And my name has been Edward Asare, and I'm willing to, and of course, I'll be looking forward to catching you in another one too. My lady.
Yeah, Ewurabena Neequaye here. Thank you so much for listening. We look forward to seeing you in the next one.
I'm Osei Sarpong. We're out.